In this video, you'll learn how to run Amazon sponsored product ads or Amazon PPC to maximize your Amazon sales. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. Now, ever since Amazon banned incentivized reviews, running profitable Amazon advertising and Amazon sponsored product ads has become a required skill. So in this video, I've compared notes with other 6, 7, and 8-figure Amazon sellers to teach you how to optimally set up and run your Amazon sponsored ad campaigns, how to bid on your search terms to maximize exposure and profits, and how to find profitable keywords to boost your sales. Now, the pay-per-click Amazon PPC strategy that I'm teaching you today is meant for private label sellers only, where your profit margins are high enough to support an ad spend or ACoS of at least 20%. Now, before implementing the steps in this tutorial, you should make sure that you have a high-quality Amazon product listing with rich images, bullet points, and product descriptions. If you have any doubts regarding the caliber of your product listing, then please watch the last video. All right, so what is Amazon Sponsored Product Ads? Well, Amazon Sponsored Product Ads is the most popular variant of Amazon PPC and will form the backbone of your overall Amazon advertising strategy. Amazon Sponsored Product Ads help customers find and buy your products with ads that appear in the Amazon search results and on Amazon product pages. And right now, Amazon Sponsored Product Ads are only available to professional sellers. In addition, your products must be listed in one or more eligible categories and own the buy box in order to advertise. So here's how they work. First, you choose which products that you want to advertise for. You decide which keywords to target and how much you want to bid for clicks, and you pay money only when someone clicks on your ad. And then you adjust your bids and keywords over time to maximize your profits. Now, when you buy Amazon Sponsored Product Ads, your products will appear at the top of the search results as shown in this example. Now, you can also pay to have your products displayed within a competitor's product listing under related products. And these ads are called Amazon Product Targeting Ads, and they allow you to essentially steal a sale from somebody else. Now, the bidding process for Amazon Product Targeting Ads are somewhat different than normal Amazon Sponsored Product Ads in that you bid on an ASIN or Amazon SKU as opposed to a keyword. But otherwise, the bidding strategy is more or less the same. But overall, Amazon Sponsored Product Ads will make up the bulk of your Amazon PPC ad spend. Okay, so let's talk about the different types of Amazon PPC ads. The first type of Amazon ad I want to talk about are Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads, which were formerly called Amazon Headline Ads. Now, Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads are ads that feature your brand logo, a custom headline, and up to 3 of your products that are displayed above all the other product listings. Now, Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads appear in the search results and help shoppers discover your brand. Now, you can also use custom messaging to convey your unique value proposition to prospective buyers. So here's what an Amazon Sponsored Brand Ad looks like. And when a customer clicks on the ad, they are taken to a store page that showcases your products. And when they click on a product within your store page, they are taken to the product page where they can buy your products. Here is what mine looks like. Now, Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads work almost exactly like Amazon Sponsored Product Ads, except that the setup is slightly different. First, you select the products that you want to advertise. Then you upload your logo, and then you select 3 products to go in the ad. And then you decide which keywords to target and how much you want to bid for clicks. And then finally, you adjust your bids over time to maximize your profit. Now, in practice, Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads usually result in a slightly lower conversion rate compared to Amazon Sponsored Product Ads, but your brand will receive more impressions and exposure to Amazon buyers. So overall, the optimization process for Amazon Sponsored Brand Ads versus Amazon Sponsored Product Ads is almost identical. Now, the next one I just want to mention here, we're not going to go through this in the video today, but Amazon Sponsored Display Ads allow you to easily buy display and video ads to reach prospective buyers when they are not shopping on Amazon. So have you ever noticed that after browsing products on Amazon, the exact products that you were looking at are kind of like following you all over the web? These are called Sponsored Display Ads. And these ads were created using something called Amazon DSP and can be found on popular blogs, websites, and forums. Here's what they look like and how they work. 1, you create custom audiences of Amazon buyers to reach your ideal audience, both on and off of Amazon. You design a display ad to target these audiences, and then your ads will appear on Amazon-owned sites and leading publishers online. And if you've ever run Google display ads before, it works almost exactly the same way, except that you have access to purchase behavior from Amazon customers. Don't worry, I'll cover Amazon Sponsored Display Ads in a separate video. Now at this point, we're going to focus on sponsored product ads. And here are the keys to Amazon PPC success. The key to launching a successful Amazon sponsored ad campaign can be broken down to 3 basic steps. 1, you must know what your break-even point is. 2, you must run an exploratory campaign to figure out which keywords convert the best for your listings. And then 3, you must maximize the traffic and sales for your highest converting keywords and avoid bidding on poor converting ones. And at a very high level, this actually sounds very straightforward, but the devil is always in the details. So let's go through this step by step. Step 1, you need to figure out your break-even point. Now, before you spend a single penny on Amazon PPC ads, you need to know your break-even point. After all, there's no way to know whether your ads are profitable unless you know your true costs. So let's consider the following hypothetical product on Amazon. Let's say you're selling your product for 20 bucks. It costs you $13, including cost of goods and Amazon fees, which leaves you with a net profit of $7 per sale. $7 divided by 20 results in a margin of 35%. So as a result for this product, you can spend up to 35% of your sales on ads and still break even. Anything over 35% and you lose money. So in terms of actual dollars, you can spend up to $7 per single product sale without sacrificing profitability. Now make sure you figure out your break-even point before you spend any money on ads. All right, step number 2, determine your target ACoS. ACoS stands for advertising cost of sale. Okay, so once you figure out your break-even point from step 1, you now need to figure out what you want your target ACoS to be. And here's a quick refresher. ACoS stands for advertising cost of sales, which is the percent of attributed sales spent on advertising. This number is calculated by dividing your total ad spend by the amount of sales. So for example, if you spend $4 on advertising, resulting in $20 worth of sales, your ACoS would be 20%. Now your desired target ACoS will depend on your campaign goals. So for example, if you are just launching a brand new product on Amazon, you may want to set your target ACoS at your break-even point to jumpstart your sales. Using the example in step 1, we determined that our overall margin was 35%. So as a result, we would set our target ACoS to 35%. However, if your product is mature and you want to achieve a good balance of sales and profitability, you might want to set your target ACoS at 20%. Does that make sense? So if you want to be more aggressive with sales at the expense of profitability, then set your ACoS closer to your break-even point. But eventually, you'll start generating organic Amazon sales in addition to sales generated by Amazon PPC. And once you start ranking organically in Amazon search, you should switch your ad metrics from measuring ACoS to what I call ACOOS. All right, so what is ACOOS? ACOOS stands for advertising cost of overall sales. And is calculated by taking your ad spend and dividing it by your total sales as opposed to just your sales attributed to advertising. So why use ACOOS as opposed to ACoS to set your keyword bids? Well, when it comes to selling on Amazon, sales always leads to more sales. So as a result, your advertising efforts will almost always result in increased organic rankings and traffic. So even if you're hitting your ACoS targets, you might be leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't consider the effects of Amazon PPC on your organic sales as well. And to take organic sales into account, you need to use ACOOS instead of ACoS, and you will get a more accurate picture of your advertising effectiveness. Step 3, always start with an Amazon automated keyword campaign. So even if you already know the keywords that you want to target, you should always start with the automated campaign because an auto campaign is when you allow Amazon to freely explore and choose what keywords to bid on for your products. And believe it or not, Amazon actually does a pretty good job of bidding on keywords for you based on the data in your product listing. But the real reason to run an Amazon automatic keyword bidding ad is because your ads will show up within your competitors' listings. So for example, here's where your automated ads will be displayed. In addition, the auto campaigns will gather keyword and conversion data for your products so you can refine your campaigns later. All right, so here's a quick tutorial on how to set up an auto campaign step by step. Click on Advertising, Campaign Manager, create a new campaign, and name it. Make your average daily budget 20 bucks to start. Choose automatic targeting, create an ad group, add the products you want to buy ads for, and then set your default bid for $1. Okay, the next step is to figure out what keywords to bid on. Now, besides having your ads displayed in relevant product listings, automatic keyword campaigns also allow you to find relevant product keywords to start manual ad campaigns. Now, while you can export and analyze a spreadsheet of keywords from your auto campaigns, many professional sellers often skip this step and just simply use a keyword tool to speed up the process. So for example, a keyword tool like Scope allows you to instantly know your highest converting product terms by analyzing your competitors. Instead of Amazon haphazardly bidding on random keywords for you, you can now perform what is called a reverse ASIN lookup on related products. So for example, let's say you sell a garlic press and you want to find proven high converting keywords to bid on. You can look at the best selling garlic press on Amazon, use a tool like Scope and do a reverse ASIN lookup. Find out which keywords this product is ranking for on Amazon and which keywords generate the most sales. Now it might be hard to see from this image, but Scope is telling me that the best selling garlic press on Amazon generates most of its sales from the following circled keywords in this picture here. So for example, the keyword garlic press generated 62 sales last month. The keyword garlic smasher generated 50 sales. The keyword garlic crusher generated 46 sales. You get the picture. And once you know these keywords, those are the ones that you're going to bid on for your sponsored product ad campaigns. So instead of wasting money running an automatic keyword campaign on Amazon, I can take a shortcut and bid directly on keyword terms that I know are already converting for other similar products. This is extremely powerful and will save you money and time. Step 5, understand that running profitable ads is an iterative process. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of Amazon ad creation, here is a high-level overview of my PPC ad strategy so you don't get bogged down in the details. Now, running profitable sponsored ad campaigns is an iterative process that can be summed up with the following feedback loop. 1, you want to start with broad match keyword campaigns based on keywords found in Scope or whatever keyword tool you want to use. You want to explore the keyword space with your broad campaigns. Find out which keywords are not converting well and add those keywords to your negative list so you don't waste money bidding on them. And then you want to find out which keywords are profitable and then take those keywords and create a winners campaign, a separate campaign called winners, and then you want to bid higher on those keywords. And then you adjust your overall bids accordingly to meet your ACoS goals. Rinse and repeat. Now, your ability to iterate and improve upon your ad campaigns is highly dependent on how diligently you analyze your data. But what sucks about all this is that Amazon's out-of-the-box reporting is clunky and painful to use. And just as an example, in order to extract performance data for your campaigns, Amazon actually makes you run a manual search term report in Amazon. Then you got to copy the data over to an Excel spreadsheet before you can analyze the data. I find this process tedious, which is why I use a tool called Ignite to make everything easier. So the remainder of this tutorial may reference screenshots from Ignite, which is a tool that helps you manage and automate your Amazon PPC campaigns. All right, so let's talk about step 6, which is to launch a broad match campaign. So once you are armed with the keyword research data you gathered from Scope or whatever keyword tool in step 3, you should now launch a manual broad match PPC campaign on Amazon. Now, the way a broad match campaign works is that any shopper who types in a search phrase that contains your keywords in any order will match for your products on Amazon. So for example, if you bid on the broad match phrase garlic press, then someone who types in extra large press for garlic will also display your ad. And the purpose of starting with a broad match campaign is to use existing high converting keywords as a base to gather keyword and conversion data for your products. Once again, using the garlic press example, I would launch a manual broad match campaign with the following keywords: garlic press, garlic smasher, garlic crusher, ginger press, garlic peeler, garlic masher, and garlic cutter. Those are the keywords that the tool told me to use. Now, there are a couple of important things to note here. Even though Scope often spits out over 500 keywords, you should focus your bids on the highest converting keyword phrases. You also need to be careful and avoid bidding on overlapping keywords. You'll notice that I'm bidding on garlic press and not large garlic press because the broad match keyword garlic press already covers large garlic presses. Okay, step 7, add poor performing keywords as negatives. Now, the remainder of this tutorial will reference actual data from one of my own Amazon PPC campaigns. Okay, and so first off, here's what my broad match campaign looks like for one of my products. And for this campaign, my target ACoS is 20%, which means that I'm willing to spend up to 20% of my revenues on advertising. Now, before you look at the search term data for the first time, you should let your campaign run for at least 2 weeks. And in terms of bidding, if you don't know how much to bid, then just start with $1 and then adjust accordingly. But once you have a few weeks worth of data under your belt, you can then open up Ignite and check out how your keywords are performing. And the first thing that I do is click on the Filters tab and select the following parameters: keywords that have had 5 clicks or more, and keywords with a low conversion rate. Now, in this example, the keywords teal linen napkins and purple linen napkins are not converting at all. Well, guess what? It's because we don't sell teal linen or purple linen napkins. As a result, I set these terms as exact match negative keywords for this campaign so I don't show ads for those search phrases going forward. The next step, step 8, is to move high converting keywords to a winners campaign. After I've added poor performing keywords as negatives, the next step is to find which keywords are converting well. And once again, I go back to Ignite and create a high converting keyword filter based on the following parameters. Keywords with an ACoS of less than 20% and keywords with a conversion rate of greater than 5%. Here are just some very rough guidelines on conversion rates. And remember, this is going to be highly dependent on what you sell, so just take this with a grain of salt. But in general, anything with a greater than 10% conversion rate is doing great. Anything greater than a 5% conversion rate is above average. But if you have less than a 5% conversion rate, your product listing or pricing is either not attractive or there's heavy competition in your niche. Now, in a nutshell, you want to look for keywords that are converting well and have an ACoS less than 20%. And then you should create a separate exact match winners campaign where you bid higher on those search phrases. Now, in the example here, I moved the following keywords over to a separate winners campaign consisting of all exact match search terms where I'm bidding approximately 30% more. Linen napkins, white linen napkins, linen cocktail napkins, linen napkins set at 12, linen dinner napkins, cocktail napkins linen, white linen cocktail napkins. Now, why should you move your high converting keywords to a separate campaign? Because you know that these keywords are winners, you want to bid higher on these terms to get a larger percentage of the searches. And for my winners, I typically bid 25 to 50% higher as long as my ACoS falls within my target range of 20%. And the upshot is that your ACoS will suffer a little bit with a higher bid, but you will get a much higher impression count and more sales as a result. Now, the final step is step 9, which is to check your broad match campaigns regularly for new winning keywords. Remember, optimizing your Amazon PPC campaigns is an iterative process, and you need to check on your campaigns regularly. Remember, you want to make low converting keywords negative and move high converting keywords to your winners campaign. And if you're launching a brand new campaign, you should check on it once per week in the beginning. But once things reach steady state, you can dial it down to once or twice per month to check your target ACoS. And once again, for reference, my target ACoS is 20%, but yours might be different. Now, one thing that's nice about Ignite is that the tool gives you campaign suggestions that help you reach your ACoS goals. For example, here are some suggestions that Ignite gave me that I updated with a single click. Now, even after you get your manual campaigns working, you still want to continue with your automated campaigns. And I typically run an Amazon automated campaign at a very low bid to pick up any long tail keywords that I might have missed. So overall, here's a snapshot of what all 3 campaigns look like in my account. Now, just a quick note, these campaigns aren't named very well. Napkin Manual is actually my broad match campaign, and Linen Napkins is actually my auto campaign. The final step is to troubleshoot your unprofitable campaigns. Now, even if you followed all the steps in this tutorial and you are still not profitable, then you got to take a harder look at both your Amazon listing and your numbers. For example, here are some guidelines for your click-through rate, assuming you've gotten at least 1,000 impressions. Once again, these are just guidelines, so take them with a grain of salt. If your click-through rate is greater than 0.5%, your ad and product combo is relevant. Anything greater than 0.2% and you are above average. But anything less than 0.2%, there's some disconnect between your ad and your product. And if you find that your CTR is over 0.5%, but your conversion rate is less than 5%, it probably means that there might be something wrong with your listing or you've chosen a really competitive niche. Take a look at your Amazon listing closely. Are your bullet points optimized? How are your images? How do you compare to your competitors? Are you priced too high? Bottom line, if you're getting a high CTR with low conversions, then your listing and or product is likely the problem and not your ads. However, if you find that your conversion rate is solid, but your ACoS is high, then you can simply reduce your bid accordingly until you reach your ACoS goals. Now, running profitable Amazon ads requires practice to troubleshoot, so you're going to have to be patient. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you like what you saw, there's actually a lot more where that came from if you subscribe to my channel below. And if you are interested in learning how to sell physical products online, then click over here and take my free 6-day mini course where I'll walk you through everything that you need to know to get started in e-commerce. Thanks for watching.